Hello boys and girls, and welcome to my preview and predicted lineup for tomorrow's game against Wolves. Now this is gonna be a really tough game. I see a lot of people talking over the last few days saying about Arsenal's next 4 games because of course we do have Wolves first of all, then we have Leicester, then we have Tottenham, and then we have Liverpool. And I'm looking at them 4, and I've told everyone from the beginning, the toughest game out of those 4 will be Wolves. On paper, those 4 games look quite daunting. But in reality, they're not as bad as what some people may think. Because, you know, let's look past the Wolves game for one moment. Leicester, we're playing at the Emirates. First and foremost, we have an excellent record at the Emirates against Leicester. Right now, they are well out of form. You know, they've not started well at all since, you know, lockdown finished. But even before lockdown, they were in a bad run of form. Tottenham, they're in a bad run of form. Even before lockdown, their form was awful. Now, I know it's the North London derby and form normally goes out of the window. But why should we be looking to go into that game with any kind of like fear? We shouldn't be. They're there for the taking, so that's what we should do. And then Liverpool. Liverpool have already won the league. As you saw in the game against Manchester City, it's very difficult to raise your levels when you've achieved your objectives for the season. They've got nothing else to play for. You can talk about the points total and everything else, but let's be honest with you, that's just a bonus. Alright, that's a bit of bragging rights. Yeah, we've got the highest points total in Premier League history, blah, blah, blah. The reality is that the Premier League champions, that's what they set out to do from the very beginning. Not break records and break points totals or whatever. Liverpool wouldn't care. They wouldn't care if they had 70 points if it meant they won the league. You know, it's as simple as that. And I think it could be a good time to play them. You know, the game's at the Emirates as well. Historically, we've not done very well against Liverpool in recent years, home or away. But I feel that, you know, it's a good time to play them, given that situation. And especially if they lose again before then and they can't actually beat that record, then they definitely have nothing to even chase. So, yeah, I think this Wolves game is going to be the toughest one because since lockdown, they've been absolutely brilliant, grinding out results, getting the victories. Hasn't been pretty at times, but they've been picking up the 3 points, and that's the most important thing. Even before lockdown, they were really good. They're sitting in 6th place. Level on points with Manchester United as well for what could well be a Champions League spot in 5th place. And Wolves will also be looking at the fact that Leicester are dropping dramatically. You know, maybe Chelsea and Manchester United will go into 3rd and 4th place, and then you're fighting Leicester for 5th place. And you're looking at that and saying, yeah, Wolves have got a big chance. So they're not going to let up. You know, we're 6 points behind them. A win for us would be absolutely huge. Take us to within 3 points. We lose this game, 9 points. You ain't catching them. You know, not with, you know, the games that you've got left and everything else. Absolutely no chance. So it's important we win. We have to win. Not even a draw is good enough. And, you know, Wolves have got so many dangerous players. And one in particular that frightens me is Adama Traore. The guy's an absolute monster. You know, apparently he doesn't ever go to the gym. How on earth do you look like that and you don't go to the gym? His genetics must be unreal. Give me some of that. My word. You know, some people go to the gym and they can't look like that. But him, he's built like, wow. And the thing about him is that he's actually got end product to his game now. I remember him at Middlesbrough, for example, and I watched him. We played against Adama Traore when we went to Middlesbrough when they were in the Premier League. He never done anything. He's got pace, always had pace. It's just ridiculous how fast he is. But his touch, his crossing, his shooting, it was awful. And you never ever worried about him. But he's gone to Wolves and he's developed. And he's grown. And now he can shoot. Now his touch is good. Now he can cross a ball. And when you add to the power and the pace he has to that, my word, that's an explosive ingredient. But listen, we've got to go there and take it to them. We've got to go there and try and pick up the 3 points. As simple as that. We can't, you know, be sitting and trying to, you know, play reserved and get a draw or anything else. We're at that point in the season now where we have to go for it. I'd rather we went for it. I don't want to sit back and end up getting tonked because we ended up doing something stupid. Just play to our strengths. Try and utilise our strikers, and what will be will be. It's going to be such an interesting game. There's so many interesting matchups, and I'm really looking forward to it. And hopefully we can get the 3 points. And team selection is going to be crucial. Mikel Arteta was saying in his press conference that there's a couple of slight worries from the game against Norwich, and he's not mentioning no names, so we don't really know who that is at the moment. But I'm going to go into my 1 to 11 based on what I feel that he will pick if they're all available and what I would like to see. So with that said, let's go and get into that starting lineup. Now with the formation, it's very evident that we're playing 3 at the back. And it's a 3-4-3 that we're playing. And, you know, the wing backs do drop in and act as a 5 when we're defending. And then they join in the attack, you know, when we're attacking. So it's in and out of possession, which is really good to see. And it's working at the moment. It's done something. So if it's not broke, don't fix it. So yeah, let's go and get into that starting lineup. Starting off in goal, Emi Martinez. And I've been very, very impressed with him since he's took over from Leno with his injury. Very able deputy. And he's putting some really good performance in. His distribution in particular is really good. And he's going to have to be on it with this one. Handling was really good against Norwich. And I'd like to see another big performance from him. Going into the back 3. And first of all, I'm going to go with David Luiz. And I feel that he plays better in a 3 than a flat 4. And I haven't actually got any problems with this if he goes in there and we're playing that formation. So, yeah, that's what I am going to go with for this game. Next up, we're going to go with Rob Holding. And based on the fact that I think that Mustafi not only had an absolute shocker against Norwich in the first half, but he may be one of the ones that's injured because he come off at half time. So I'm going to go with Rob Holding, and we need to see the kind of performance that we saw against Southampton, for example, and you know, not that ropiness when he came off the bench against Sheffield United. So that's what I'm going to go with. Now, alongside those two, we're going to go with Kolasinac, and he seems to be the one that's playing in there at the moment. And I'll tell you something, that's going to be one hell of a battle. Adama Traore against Kolasinac. That's like Hulk versus Hulk. I would not like to be in the middle of those two if they collided. Oh my word. That would hurt. That would definitely hurt. But look, he hasn't done too bad in that position. He's got to, you know, have awareness. He's got to be switched on for 90 minutes. You know, the problem with Kolasinac is that there's moments where he switches off. You know, you think of the Sheffield United equaliser where he just doesn't anticipate the ball being missed and coming to him, and he can't sort his feet out. So he's got to sort that out. And of course, the big thing is getting players on the wrong side of him. We saw that with Cantwell against Norwich, and he got away with that one. If you let Adama Traore get on the wrong side of you, it's over. It's as simple as that. Now we're going to move into the midfield, and this is going to be so key to what we do. First of all, with the wing-back positions. On the right-hand side, I'm going to go with Cedric. And no Hector Bellerin for me. Absolutely no chance in any way, shape or form. No. So Cedric, because he got 15 minutes or so the other day. He's clearly fit and ready. And he's the better option. So I would play him there. And it's as simple as that. In the left wing-back position, we're going to go with Tierney. And he's been one of our standout players for the last couple of games. And he's going to be crucial to our play and whether we're going to get anything out of the game. So no problems with this one, and that's Kieran Tierney. In the middle now, we're going to go with Granit Xhaka first of all, and again, one of our best players last couple of games since he's came back from his injury against Manchester City, and you see how just important he is, and no problems at all. So yeah, I'll start with Granit Xhaka in there. Now, next position, this one's going to be an interesting one. Very tempted to put Lucas Torreira in there. But then does that take away a bit of our creativity, maybe? And given the fact that he has come back from such a long layoff, is it too much of a gamble to start him? I think so. Given on his performance from the last game and how good he was, I'm going to go with Dani Ceballos because he was excellent, last time out against Norwich. But he's got to perform in these games. Away from home, tough games, top 6 side. You've got to perform. It's as simple as that. Now, with the attacking three, first of all, on the right-hand side, Nicola Pepe. And got a nice rest against Norwich, so he should be raring to go. And it'd be very interesting to see how he works with Cedric. Better than, Pepe and Bellerin, that's for sure. But yeah, they're going to have to cause all kinds of problems to Wolves, and they're going to have to try and attack. And Nicola Pepe, this is why we spend the money. Big game. We need a big player. You need to turn up. On the left of that three, I'm going to go with Saka. And he had a nice break against Norwich as well. Didn't even come off the bench. So yeah, he could cause all kinds of problems. He's going to have to be wary. Help out Tierney, Kolasinac or whatever it is with Adama Traore down that side. But let's try and force him back the other way. You be the danger man, not Traore. You be the one that causes the problems and makes Wolves start thinking, not the other way around. New contract signed, so that's a weight lifted off his shoulders. And hopefully he can come into this game and, just carry on with the form that he's been showing for the last 6, 7, 8, 9 months or so. So no problem with this one. In the middle of that three, I'm going to go with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And pretty straightforward, straight through the middle. And if there's one player that can cause Wolves no end of problems and who they will be worried about is Aubameyang. 51 Premier League goals in 79 appearances. He's had more than 60 goal contributions in those 79 matches. He is our danger man. He is our world-class player, our talisman, our captain. And it's as simple as that. Playing through the middle with Pepe, Saka, Ceballos, Tierney, Cedric, all playing and interchanging. It could work really, really well. So straightforward, and that's what I'm going to go with. So there we go. That is it for my preview and my predicted lineup. As usual, let me know in the comment section whether you agree or disagree. Please bear in mind the formation, and it looks very evident that that's what Mikel Arteta is going to stick with. So before you start changing players around, make sure that they suit the system, because that's what we are going with. Yeah, it's going to be a tough game, and I just hope we can put a big performance in, one that we can be proud of and one we could look back on and maybe see as a turning point under the start of Mikel Arteta's reign. And it would be nice if we can actually go there and do something and actually get a victory, get the 3 points, and everyone's, starts to think, wait, this lot ain't no mugs, they're not the walkover they once were. But it takes time, it takes progression. Wolves are a good side, and we've got to give them some respect. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Now, of course, tomorrow you can catch me on AFTV for the watch along. Sunday there will be a player ratings. And then we will see what kind of mood I'm in. It's going to be interesting. If you're new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you smash a like on this video. And I will see you lot soon. I'm out of here.